on a Thursday morning. How's everyone doing? Mr. Teddy Bear, Mr. Rated Extraordinaire here on Night Traxx Radio, and today's artist spotlight, singer, songwriter, legendary guitarist with a capital L, Lord have mercy, the one and only Mark Farner is joining us today. New album, Closer to My Home, available November the 8th, but you can pre-order it as we speak at markfarner.com/shop. My man, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah. Teddy Bear. I was watching your lips and they kept going when you stopped speaking. I'm going, wait a minute, am I out of sync? Wait, I got a twist on my left ear a little bit. Okay, here. I'm good now.
Oh man. Again.
How you doing, brother?
You know what? I'm doing great. And it's such a wonderful time because not only with the new album celebrating 55th anniversary of the hit single, the iconic hit single, I'm Your Captain. And I wanted to ask you, man, this has been one hell of a ride.
Yeah.
And how do you feel at this stage of your musical career right now?
I feel like, brother, I'm proud to be sucking air, let alone getting up on that stage and singing my songs in the same key that I wrote them in. I think I'm a blessed individual, and I live my life that way. Very thankful, very grateful, and keep my ego in check, brother.
Now, I want to touch upon something that you just said that I find very interesting and also very refreshing. Having the ability to keep one's ego in check. And in this business we call music, that deviates a lot where people's egos kind of fly away. And I wanted to ask you, how have you maintained over the years to balance the love and adulation that you have received as a musician, but also having the ability to remain humble and understanding who you are as a person and as an individual?
Well, I've had this understanding, brother, since I was a little kid, and I was always amazed. I remember when I was 3 years old and looking up at these big human beings, these great big giant people in the farmhouse dining room, and there was a jam session going on. There was fiddles playing and banjos playing, guitars playing, and all this music and all these women singing. It was just like angels. I'm not kidding you. My family, when they sang together, there's something about family harmonizing and that music. And I have loved music all my life, but it got on me really early. And both my mother and my father were musical, and that got on me. And so I've seen people in the music industry who have allowed what they think of themselves to go to their head, and they treat others as second rate or, lower than. And that appalls me so to the bone, brother. I have always seen that as it is. I'm thinking, does anybody else have eyes to see this, or is this just me here? I'm not seeing this, but I understand all the BS, brother, all of the hype, all of the, that comes with the business. And there's a
right.
You gotta carry a cast iron, maybe a 12-inch cast iron fry pan over your ass.
Wow.
You got to keep a steady eye on, because there's so many hucksters in the business and so many people with honey flowing out of their mouth, and they got a knife in their hand ready to stab you in the back. So I've met great people in the industry, and the great people that I talk about are talking like you and I are talking right now, just straight up what it is.
Right.
And I think you got something to be grateful for. I got something to be grateful for. We can communicate. We can lift love up, man. But that's what this music on my album is doing. It's lifting love up. And that's what I'm going to do with the rest of my years. Ever how many it is, I don't know how many it is. I'll be 76 this month. And I'm proud, like I said, to still be singing the songs in the same key. But love, man, love is my master. And that's what it was about the music back when I was that little shaver, Teddy Bear.
Right. Understood.
It was the love I was feeling. I was hearing it with my ears, and I was feeling it all the way to my soul, man, to my bones. And that's what's going to take me in the end, brother. That's what's going to get me. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, man, I give the glory to God for that. And I'm proud to be here today with you talking about this new album.
Absolutely. And we're so blessed to have you. You know, your music has always been predicated with love and passion, going all the way back from the beginning. And I think a lot of times some people are intimidated by your truthfulness, by your realness. And as you just said, you have a lot of people in the industry to try to fool you with a pot of gold so much. But when you have 2020 vision and the clarity to see what's real and what's unreal, you've been able to dictate what you choose to do with your musical career. And I know one thing about you, you've always made sure that you have surrounded yourself with people as far as kindred spirits who have the same beliefs, same love and passion for the music. And I want to touch upon this new album because I've seen some of the people that you worked with on this album. Incredible people. What was it like getting that together and being able to make this come to a fruition with this new album, Closer to My Home?
Well, bringing, my brothers in, like, when I did the Howard Stern show in New York City, we were there doing a rock and roll fantasy camp, and Howard asked David Fishoff, can Mark come over and do I'm Your Captain on the show? So we had Sandy Gennaro, from Joan Jett, Blackhearts on the drum.
Right.
Had Kip Winger on the bass. We had Teddy Zigzag from Guns N' Roses on keyboard. We had Bruce Kulick on acoustic guitar, Mark Slaughter on second guitar, me on first guitar, and we was in a little
wow.
We were close to each other. We were real close. And when we started, everybody had headphones on. But man, I'm not into that headphone stuff. I like 2 seconds, I had mine off and they were just dangling, and I'm playing and singing the song. And when it came to the bridge, and I'm singing, am I in my cabin dreaming? And then I'm hearing, Slaughter, he's 2 feet away from me and he's hitting that high note. And it almost stopped me from singing. It was doing so good. And then when we got done with that, and Howard loved it, man. He loved it, and it was great. And we all thought it was a great, it was one of them, well, let's do this. And it turned out, and I've done some of them, well, let's do this. And it didn't turn out that good, but that was great. That was great. And as a result of us doing that and me getting to know Slaughter a little better, he's got the Native American bone too in his blood. And we just hit it off as brothers right from the get-go. It's like I met somebody that somehow, we was hooked up about 1,000 years ago in a yeah, that good. And when he says, man, I'm going to send you some of this, I want you to listen to what I'm doing. He sent me some of his music, some of the stuff that he had produced. And man, I called him up. Rather than to type something back in an email, I wanted him to know. I wanted him, like you and I talking right now. There's nothing that you have to discern about the exclamation or the letters, or are they bold print? Is he hollering?
Right.
It was heart to heart. And he said, man, I am so geeked that you like what you heard. I said, man, I love what I heard. That production is great. He says, well, I was hoping that you'd say that because I want to make you an offer to do your music. I want to do your next project. And I like went, man,
Wow.
pinch me. This is God. This is aligned up and it's supposed to be. And so started working with Mark, just throwing him some things and some music because he had to hear where I was at the time. And I just had little MP3s and little files and stuff I'd send him. And I sent him this one. I got up, Teddy Bear, and I got my acoustic guitar. I'm sitting in the living room at my house, and I start playing this lick. And I send him. I said, "Listen, I just got this, and I got the title of the song. It's called Surveilling Us." He sends it back with drum, bass, screaming guitar, some keyboards and stuff on it, and it's like rocking. It is rocking.
Wow.
And it inspired me, brother, to write the rest of the song.
Really?
The song because of that inspiration, and that's how it's been. We've worked that way together, but we do our best work face to face, as you can imagine. When he's in the same room that I'm in, and we got Scrappy, his cat, up on top of the console, and we got Happy, his dog, down over on the dog bed. And
oh man,
when I would start singing, Happy would go, oh. He said, "Oh, Happy, you got to get out of here. You can't, can't recording you."
Oh man.
Yeah, man. It was really
what I was going to say, what it sounds like in the kind of relationship that it sounds like with him is that it's something the way that things used to be where you had artists in the studio together feeding off of each other's spirit. And as far as being able to vibe together, and I think we've gotten so caught up in the digital age, that has been taken away from us. There's no more interaction with one another anymore. There's now the entire album is incredible, but it's one particular song on there that just blew my mind, and it's classic Mark Farner, "The Prisoner," rocks from the beginning.
All right.
Tell us about that particular single, because I mean it's classic. The guitar riffs, and it was smooth, but it was still raw and it had a tremendous edge to it. Tell us about that particular single from the album.
Well, we were together with David Winans and Rick Murphy, and we had people, that were going to do this Dick Wagner's for the child. Remember the Child charity, and it's a gig that we were just kind of getting together for the first time and going over our parts, right? We do the songs, the Wagner songs, but as you're setting up, you don't just go right into what you're working on. Musicians got to jam.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I start doing this jam. And then Winans starts, blah, blah, blah. And it starts, oh yeah. And then, oh my God, Johnny B on the drums, Bedanjek, it just turned into this really good jam. And Rick Murphy was one of the background singers, and he started singing the song. He started, with a verse, and then David Winans come up with this, "Keep on walking, don't tell me no lies. Keep on walking, keep your hands by your side." And it's like, oh yeah, that is so good. That is so good. So there was all this love, brother, and it was not, I started it with that lick, but it wasn't all coming from me, man. It's coming from these other believers, these other people who are tied up to love, man. We got love as the hitching post, man. We all tied up to it. And that's what produced this song. And we recorded it at the Ponderosa in Fenton, Michigan, way out in the sticks. You know, people get lost trying to get to it. You know?
Right.
Yeah, it's way out there. But it's where Wagner did a lot of his last recording. But
Okay.
we had a great bunch of folks, people, you know, cooking and bringing us stuff. And I mean, it was just like almost like a family reunion. It was so much love. And I think this is why we need to have it the way it was. So you can catch all of that emotion. That's the real stuff. And you can catch it, you know, in the grooves, as it were.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, it definitely resonates through the entire album. And for those who are tuning in late, shame on you. But the teddy bear does forgive you. We're being joined by the one and only, the legendary Mr. Mark Farner is joining us today. And of course, his new album, Lord have mercy, Closer to My Home. Again, available November the 8th, but you can pre-order it as we speak. Make sure you go by his official website. That's at markfarner.com/shop. I want to talk about home. Home means a lot to you. Home is the essence of Mark Farner. And I wanted to ask you, having that significant other by your side, what has it meant to you in your life and in your career, knowing that you have someone that provides you that kind of stability and unconditional love and understanding?
Well, without that going on, brother, I would be loster than a goose in a snowstorm. I mean, serious.
Amen. Amen.
I really believe that love is proving itself out in Lisa and I, and we give it all to God because God is love, and love is defined in forgiveness, and forgiveness is what Jesus is all about. And because, you know, I'm a Christian, I'm a cussing Christian, I'm a real guy, you know, I'm a real guy. I'm not a superstitious Christian. I love on people really, and I love on real people.
Understood.
And my wife has assisted me in my mind, in my thinking, confirming things along the way that she has felt spiritually, and confirmed when I would say something, when I'd ask her a question. You know, it's like, it's almost like the innocence of a child would speak into this. And you want to have something keep you humble, man, have the Lord come like that.
Yeah.
And in the 47 years, it will be 47 years, January the 8th. They have been the most wonderful years because I have learned how to love. I have learned love. I have learned how to forgive, no matter what it is. You can't let that stuff eat your lunch.
Right.
You gotta deal with it. And a lot of people, brother, because they're living in some kind of regret. They can't even forgive themselves for some damn thing, you know. They can't forget. But that's where it's got to start. You gotta love yourself enough to let go of it. And the second you do, it's gone. It is gone. But you got to let yourself off the hook, and you're the only one that can do it, brother. We individually, you know, that's the only way it's going to happen. Nobody's going to come, you know, with a magic wand and tap you on the head or slap you on the head and knock you down. It's going to be the love. You know, it's going to be the love. And that's what Lisa has shown me in our relationship. Um, she's shown me that love, and it's reciprocal. You know, she learns the same way I learn from me, that I learned from her. And because we always praying, we always looking to God, you know, if we're in the woods or if we're in the restaurant or if we're, no matter where we're at, we're praying. We're staying in touch with it. And that's in this world, that's the saving grace, being able to, you know, be real with God, know that God is there. You know, God is right there. I mean, right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Man,
Without question.
yeah.
Every time that I've had the opportunity to hear you speak about Lisa, it comes with so much reverence. It's almost to the point where when you listen, really truly listen, not hear, but listen, it's like she has provided such an integral part in your life. It's like she's provided me where she has saved me from
Yeah.
a lot of things
Oh
that
man.
I could have detoured in another direction.
Oh,
And having that kind of love and being outspoken as you are, because you are outspoken, and that's one of the things I love and appreciate about you. It seems the more that you speak about love, the more that you speak about the love of country, the more love of patriotism,
yeah.
you get so much pushback because you see people that, to me, it comes across that people are afraid of love. They're afraid of unity. And I wanted to ask you, what is your opinion on that when you get that kind of pushback?
Well, that is exactly some of the people we talk about this all the time, brother. Some of the people have because they're gullible, and just because they're gullible, don't make them like a buttwad. They're just
Right,
they're just
right,
innocently gullible, and,
right,
and that innocence, uh, you know, we have to look at them as little children, um, and have that kind of a love in the, you know, in just the initiation of a contact with somebody that's like that. You got to look at them in such a way that you know, you're giving them forgiveness with your eyes and with your heart, and we exude this love when it's real.
right,
And this is what changes people. They are renewed, you know, by the uh, changing of their mind. You know, when they change their mind, um,
right.
it, it's because I know that we've proven this out over and over and over again. But it's not like we got the formula. You know,
Right.
like there's one formula, and if you follow this formula, everybody's different, and everybody's got a little bend. They bent this way or that way when the wind blew, and you got to kind of follow over that way, and with your perception, get, you know, where they have a confidence, and they know you're not just BSing them. You
Right.
know, you, it ain't about money. It's about your soul. It is about your peace. And you can have that peace. Everybody, we can all have that peace, brother.
Yeah.
And somebody that's got it uh, can't just touch you and give it to you, but they can love on you with those words, those genuine words that get to your heart,
Right.
that have the ability to set you free. If you can let it go. I mean, as the one who's trapped, one who has been in this trap, and the victim, you know, you got to get rid of that victim stuff, because victims always make bad decisions.
Oh yeah.
Always.
Without question. Oh yeah.
They're not capable of good decisions because of that victim mentality. So that understanding that, brother, and Lisa, uh, man, she's become so sensitive to it. And when I you know, when I died back in 2012, I had the pacemaker put in. I was in heaven. I didn't want to come back, brother. I did not. I'm thinking, oh man, are you kidding me? I got to leave here.
Right.
You know, when you step out of the bone suit, you know all things instantly. You know all things. On that other side, I even had the meaning. I knew what the purpose of the earth years was over there. I didn't bring that back in here with me.
Right. I
wish I could have hung on to that. You know, tell people. But I got the peace that it brought me. I still got that. And I know that we're on the right track, Teddy Bear. I know because people are changing. But I do know that what we're up against is some evil stuff. And it's all, you know, because of the ownership of the mainstream media and the ownership of the banks that create money out of thin air. And they telling us, oh, it's worth this much, $100. Oh, that's $100. It'll buy you all the. Man, get rid of that money stuff and get down to the true value of life, which is the personal soul. And you can't touch that with money. And people ain't supposed to own other people. That's but the way they have it planned, they want to enslave mankind with this digital enslavement they try to lay on us. And we are, you know, helping people out of it with our music, and as much as we can say with our mouth without being shut off, we're going to say it.
Lord have mercy. So it is written, so it shall be done. And the only person that I've heard speak in this manner is a great American poet by the name of James Marshall Hendricks. And he used to talk about the clarity, having no boundaries, being at peace with one. And when I listened to your album, and I was blessed by Melissa to give me some tidbits from this album, and I said, you know what? This whole entire album is like a spiritual awakening. Electric Church. Lord have mercy.
Yeah.
Electric Church. So please, with the listeners and people are tuning in, if you allow the Teddy Bear to indulge everyone, I got one of the hit singles from the new album, of course, Closer to My Home, again, available November the 8th. Pre-order it as we speak at this very moment at markfarner.com/shop. And I got my favorite, The Prisoner, Lord have mercy, here on Night Traxx Radio.
All the pre-orders are signed by me.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
I'm just a prisoner in this fleshy shell, doing my time, calling your name, nowhere to run, and I got no bail. Somebody help me, somebody hear me, please. I'm hurt real bad, I've been down on my knees. Love, do you hear me calling your name? Love, do you see me? I'm a broken man. Although I'm Baby. And one last
Lord have mercy. Electric Church by the legendary Mark Farner, of course, from the new album Closer to My Home. Again, available November the 8th. You can pre-order it at markfarner.com/shop. And also a faux pas on the teddy bear's part. You can also get that autographed. Lord have mercy.
That's right. Each one, brother. And the CDs, all the albums and all the CDs that are pre-order are going to be signed by me.
Oh, man. That's what you know. The teddy bear has to get his own wax. I have to get vinyl, man.
All right.
So what's on the next agenda as far as upcoming performances? Because I know a lot of the loyal supporters out there want to see you perform live. So what's on the next agenda for you?
Well, it's at markfarner.com because those kind of things, my information, I told Lisa, don't tell me until like a couple of days out because I got so much on my mind here. Plus I'm still, you know, I want to get them songs that's left.
Right.
In the time I got left, there's some good songs. And music, it has the ability to change the world, man. I want to, you know, keep that wide open. So markfarner.com, check the tour schedule and come out and rock with us. As Brother Teddy said, we get some electric church going. Yeah.
There you go. Electric Church, brother. I can honestly say I love you. And more importantly, I respect you. Keep doing what you're doing. This is your home away from home. Whatever you need, do not hesitate to let me know you are loved. And more importantly, you're respected and you are needed. Much continued success. And remember, family, the new album, Closer to My Home. Get it. It's a must-have. Electric Church. And for the people in the back, say, hallelujah. Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord. Thank you, Brother Teddy. Love you, buddy.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. The one and only legendary Mr. Mark Farner here joining us here on Night Traxx Radio. I want to thank everyone for tuning in and allowing the teddy bear to help you tune out all your negativity and energy. We got it. We got you covered. We got some more on the way, but the only way to find out, you got to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to be able to see the interview in its entirety. That's youtube.com/Night Traxx with 2 X's, Night Traxx Radio Podcast. That's on YouTube. You can also follow us on Instagram, same handle. That's at Instagram.com/Night Traxx Radio, as well as TikTok and the artist formerly known as Twitter, also on X, as well as Facebook, the same thing. It has been an absolute pleasure. And remember, family, again, the new album, Closer to My Home, available November the 8th, but you can pre-order it at markfarner.com/shop. And also while you're there, you can get all the pertinent information on his other social media websites. And more importantly, to see his upcoming tour information. And all of the new CDs and albums on vinyl will be autographed, signed and autographed by Mark himself. Hey, Electric Church is in full effect. I want everyone to have a fantastic Thursday and a fantastic upcoming positive weekend. Without you, there's no Mr. Rated Extraordinaire, the teddy bear. So as in always, I want everyone to keep it soulful here on Night Traxx Radio. God bless. Lord.